Welcome to the Washington College Writing Center's 5-Minute Solutions series. In this video, we'll give you some strategies for reading academic research articles. This will help you if you've been assigned to read an article for one of your classes, or if you're conducting your own research for a project like your senior thesis. We'll focus on two things: identifying the parts of a research article and understanding the main point or argument of an article. So, reading research articles can be challenging, even in your own major, because they usually aren't written with students in mind. They're written by specialists in a field who want to share their findings with other specialists. So when you read these articles, you may feel like you don't have the full context. That's normal. But knowing a few things will make the process easier. There are a few components that you'll find in many, though not all research articles. First, the abstract. The abstract is a brief summary of the key methods and results of a research project. This will appear at the very top of the article. Not all articles include one, but when they do, the abstract is an essential way of getting an overview of the author's purpose. Start here. Second, there are often section headings. It's common for academic articles to include section headings as well. In the natural sciences, these may simply be labeled methods, results, or discussion, but in most cases, the headings are more descriptive and reflective of the author's purpose. Looking through these before you begin reading the article will give you a sense of where the authors are going. And then finally, the bibliography. It's worth noting that almost all academic articles will contain a bibliography, or references, or a work cited, a list of sources that the authors have referred to in the article. Often, you don't need to spend a lot of time with this, but if you're looking for other articles on the same topic, reviewing the bibliography is a great way to find additional sources. Now, here's a quick review. The abstract will usually appear at the beginning of an article, and it'll provide an overview of the article's content. So read this first. Section headings will often appear throughout the article. Use these to look ahead and get a sense of the article's structure. And then finally, the bibliography. Review this to find additional sources on the same topic that may be helpful for you. So finally, let's focus on the most essential part of a research article, the introduction. This is usually the first 4 or 5 paragraphs of an article. Typically, academic authors will do at least 3 things in their introduction. They will identify a problem or question. They will say why that problem or question is important. And then they will propose a new or modified approach. Let's look more closely at our example. In this article, you can find all the elements mentioned in the last slide within the first 2 paragraphs. In the first paragraph, the authors define terms and identify the social and humanitarian problems posed by human trafficking. But notice that in the second paragraph, here, they identify the real research problem. In addressing the issue, the authors say, we haven't been focusing on the right thing. Later in the paragraph, the authors say why this realization is important and necessary. And then finally, the authors describe the structure of their own study and their unique approach to addressing the problem. This example comes from the social sciences, but you'll find that these 3 elements are common in all academic research. In the humanities, for instance, the research problem is often a conflict about how to understand or interpret a work of literature or art or a cultural event. Now it's your turn to practice. You can apply this method to any research article you might be reading by asking yourself a few questions. What research problem or question do the authors identify? Why, according to the authors, is the problem important? And what new approach will the authors take to address the problem? Doing this will help you cut through some of the complications you might encounter when first reading an article, and it will help you see the real and engaging story of academic research. Good luck, and for more help, be sure to check out the Writing Center's website and make an appointment with one of our peer writing consultants.